For decades, the internet was seen as one giant open system without borders. People could access websites from anywhere. Businesses could sell across countries, and cloud servers in one nation could store data for users in another. The idea was simple. The internet belonged to everyone. But today, that vision is changing rapidly. Governments around the world are beginning to treat the internet less like a public utility and more like a strategic national asset. They are building what experts call sovereign internets, private national digital networks that can function independently from the global web. The reason behind this shift is simple. Data has become one of the most valuable resources in the world. In the past, nations fought over oil fields, ports, shipping lanes, and natural resources. Today, they are fighting over cloud infrastructure, payment systems, semiconductor supply chains, fiber optics cables, AI technology, and digital platforms. Governments now see data as the new oil. If another country controls your social media platforms, your search engines, your cloud storage, your digital payments, and your communication systems, then that country also holds tremendous influence over your economy and your citizens. This growing fear has given rise to the idea of digital sovereignty. Digital sovereignty means that a nation wants complete control over its citizens' data, internet traffic, payment systems, cloud infrastructure, communication networks, cyber security systems, and AI capabilities. Government no longer want their critical infrastructure to depend entirely on foreign technology companies or overseas digital networks. They worry that in a time of war, sanctions, cyber attacks, or political conflict, foreign powers could disrupt their digital systems and damage their economy. One of the clearest examples of digital sovereignty is China. Instead of allowing unrestricted access to global internet platforms, China created what is often called the Great Firewall. Foreign services like Google, WhatsApp, Facebook, X, and YouTube are either blocked or heavily restricted. In their place, China built its own domestic alternatives. Baidu became China's version of Google. WeChat replaced WhatsApp. Weibo became an alternative to X. Alibaba took the place of Amazon, and UQ became an alternative to YouTube. This system has done more than just control information. It has also protected Chinese technology companies from foreign competition and allowed them to grow into enormous domestic giants. China's digital walls help keep wealth, user data, advertising revenue, and online influence inside the country. At the same time, they give the government the ability to monitor content, filter information, and control what citizens can see online. Russia has also been moving in a similar direction. The country has developed a sovereign internet project known as Runet. The idea behind Runet is to ensure that Russia can continue operating digitally even if it becomes disconnected from the wider internet. Russia has built national DNS systems, state-controlled traffic routing, and domestic internet infrastructure that could allow the country to isolate itself from the rest of the world during a crisis. The logic behind this is largely geopolitical. Russia understands that in a conflict, sanctions or cyber attacks could target its financial systems, communications, banking networks, or digital services. By creating a more independent internet architecture, the country hopes to protect itself from foreign pressure and maintain economic stability. Iran has taken this even further through its National Information Network. Iran has spent years building domestic internet services, state-approved platforms, and mechanisms that allow it to disconnect large parts of the country from the global internet while keeping internal systems running. In recent years, internet shutdowns in Iran have shown how governments can separate their citizens from the outside world while still maintaining domestic communication and government operations. This trend is not only about censorship or politics, it is also about economics. Governments increasingly believe that if foreign companies own the platforms, store the data, dominate online advertising, and control digital payments, then national wealth slowly flows out of the country. That is why more nations are demanding local cloud storage, domestic payment systems, local AI tools, and laws requiring data to remain inside national borders. For businesses, this creates a very different future. Companies can no longer assume that the internet is one unified marketplace. The future may look more like a Splinternet, a fragmented world where different countries have different rules, different platforms, different censorship laws, different privacy standards, and different digital infrastructures. A company that operates globally may need to store data in separate regions, comply with local cybersecurity rules, use different cloud providers, and adapt to different digital regulations in every country. This means professionals in cybersecurity, cloud computing, artificial intelligence, law, finance, and business strategy will need to understand how digital sovereignty works. They will need to learn about data localization laws, sovereign cloud systems, regional privacy regulations, cross-border digital trade restrictions, and national cybersecurity frameworks. The future of business will not just be about technology, it will also be about who controls the technology. The biggest question is whether this new era of digital sovereignty will make countries stronger or weaker. Supporters argue that sovereign internets protect national wealth, secure critical infrastructure, and reduce dependency on foreign powers. Critics argue that these systems increase censorship, reduce competition, and weaken the free flow of information across the world. Whatever side you are on, one thing is clear: the era of one completely open global internet is slowly coming to an end. The future may belong to digital borders, private networks, and nations that treat information as one of their most important strategic assets. So the real question is this: should countries have the right to build their own private internets to protect national security and economic interest? Or should the world fight to preserve one open internet for everyone? For more powerful global stories, geopolitical trends, business insights, and hidden forces shaping the future, subscribe to YouTube channel at Manish Sarji. For psychology, wisdom, discipline, and personal transformation, visit EvoLevX at evolevx.com. For education, global career guidance, and study abroad solutions, connect with Vidya Infinity at vidyainfinity.com. For websites, software, automation, branding, and business growth solutions, visit Infinity Growth Tech at infinitygrowthtech.com. And remember, the next global war may not begin with missiles. It may begin with servers, data centers, and who controls the flow of information.